Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wondered what it takes to captivate someone's mind so deeply that you live rent-free in their thoughts day and night? There's something extraordinary, something profound that makes this possible. And no, it's not manipulation, charm, or luck. It's a force far greater. It's your imagination. You see, everything begins and ends in the mind. The images you hold, the emotions you nurture, and the beliefs you accept as true shape your reality. If you wish for a specific person to think about you non-stop, you must first plant the seed of that desire within yourself. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this person vividly. See their face, their smile, their eyes. Feel their presence as though they are right here with you. Now imagine them thinking about you. Picture them smiling as they recall a memory with you, or hear them speaking your name with affection. Feel the warmth of their thoughts. This is not fantasy, it is creation. When you hold an image in your mind with clarity and conviction, it begins to take form. Your thoughts are not empty, they are charged with energy. And this energy moves through the unseen realm, reaching the person you are focused on. But here is the secret, it's not just the image that matters, it's the feeling. Emotion is the magnet that draws people, events, and circumstances toward you. When you feel deeply loved, cherished, and valued, the world mirrors those feelings back to you. You don't need to beg, plead, or chase. You simply need to dwell in the state of being wanted. Imagine what it feels like to be the first thing on their mind when they wake up, and the last thought before they fall asleep. Imagine them wondering how they could ever go a moment without thinking of you. And then here's the most important part, trust. Trust that what you have imagined is already real. Do not look for signs or second-guess yourself. Simply live in the knowing that your imagination has set the wheels in motion. This practice is not about controlling others, it's about mastering yourself. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, you become a powerful creator of your reality. You attract not just one person, but all the love, attention, and connection you desire. So the next time you wonder how to make someone think about you non-stop, remember this. It's not about chasing them, it's about becoming the version of yourself that they cannot stop thinking about. Live in the feeling, dwell in the image, and trust the process. Because when you truly understand the power of your imagination, you'll realize that the entire world is thinking about you. The mind is the birthplace of every experience, the canvas upon which the masterpiece of life is painted. Every thought, emotion, and belief creates ripples that shape the world around us, whether we realize it or not. To truly grasp this concept is to unlock a transformative power within ourselves, a power capable of reshaping not just our personal reality, but the very trajectory of our existence. I think about it. Every great achievement, every monumental success, every profound connection begins first as a seed planted in the fertile soil of the mind. The skyscrapers towering above bustling cities, they were once mere ideas. The groundbreaking innovations that have reshaped humanity's path. They started as a fleeting thought in someone's imagination. It is within the mind that possibility takes root and grows into reality. This truth is not limited to inventors, pioneers, or visionaries. It is universal. The mind is the one thing over which you have complete control. The world outside may feel chaotic, unpredictable, and overwhelming, but your internal world is yours to command. And when you learn to direct your thoughts with intention and clarity, you harness a power greater than any external force. However, many of us allow the mind to be ruled by doubt, fear, and negativity. We replay old failures, dwell on past hurts, and feed into a narrative that says we are not enough. These are not harmless thoughts, they are chains that bind us. Every time you think you can't, you reinforce a barrier in your mind that separates you from your highest potential. But here's the liberating truth, you can break those chains. You can rewrite the narrative. Start by becoming aware of your thoughts. Pay attention to the stories you tell yourself about who you are and what you're capable of. Are these stories empowering or limiting? Are they helping you rise, or are they keeping you small? Awareness is the first step in reclaiming your power. Next, realize that the mind doesn't differentiate between reality and imagination. What you consistently think about, your subconscious accepts as true. This is why worry feels so real. It's your mind responding to imagined scenarios as if they are happening. Now imagine if you turned that same energy toward visualizing your goals and desires. Imagine if you consistently fed your mind with thoughts of success, love, and abundance. What could your life become? The key is to take ownership of your mental habits. Like a gardener tending to their crops, you must uproot the weeds of doubt and fear and nurture the seeds of positivity and possibility. This is not a one-time effort, it is a daily practice. With each deliberate thought, you are training your mind to align with the life you want to create. This isn't to say that challenges won't arise, they will. Life will test you, and there will be moments when fear and doubt try to creep back in. But when you understand that everything begins and ends in the mind, you know that these challenges are temporary. You hold the power to decide how you respond. Will you let setbacks define you, or will you use them as fuel to keep moving forward? The most successful people in the world aren't immune to fear or failure. What sets them apart is their ability to master their inner dialogue. They choose to see challenges as opportunities and failures as stepping stones. They don't just think about success, they embody it in their minds long before it manifests in their lives. This is your invitation to do the same. Start with small changes. Replace self-doubt with self-belief. Replace worry with hope. Replace criticism with compassion. Each shift in thought is a step toward a brighter reality. The mind is your most powerful tool. It is the architect of your dreams and the engine of your success. When you learn to harness its potential, there are no limits to what you can achieve. Everything begins and ends in the mind, and that means the power to create the life you desire is already within you. It has always been there, waiting for you to claim it. Imagination is the spark that ignites every great achievement, the invisible force that brings dreams to life. It is the foundation upon which all creation is built. Whether it's an innovative idea, a personal goal, or a vision for the future, it all begins in the realm of imagination. The world as you see it today, the technologies, the art, the architecture, the stories, was first conceived in someone's mind. Imagination, then, is not just a fleeting daydream, it is the blueprint of reality. When you allow yourself to imagine freely, you step into a space where limitations do not exist. The mind knows no boundaries. It can wander to places you've never been, create solutions you've never considered, and craft realities far greater than anything you've experienced. This is the starting point of creation. Every step forward in your life requires you to first see it in your mind's eye. Without imagination, you cannot expand beyond what you already know. Consider the role of imagination in solving problems. When faced with obstacles, it is not logic alone that provides the answers. Imagination steps in, offering creative solutions that logic might overlook. It takes a leap beyond the known into the realm of possibility. This is why some of the greatest breakthroughs in history, whether in science, art, or business, have come from those who dared to think differently, to imagine what others could not. Imagination is also a powerful motivator. When you visualize your goals, you bring them to life in your mind. You begin to feel the emotions associated with achieving them: joy, pride, fulfillment. These emotions drive you forward, giving you the energy and determination to overcome challenges. The more vividly you imagine your success, the more real it becomes to you, and the more unstoppable you feel in pursuing it. But imagination is not only about the future, it also transforms your present. When you choose to imagine a positive outcome, you shift your mindset. Your imagination has the power to reframe your perspective, helping you see opportunities instead of obstacles, growth instead of failure. This mental shift doesn't just affect your mood, it changes your actions. You begin to move through the world with a sense of purpose and confidence, creating a ripple effect that attracts the very opportunities you seek. Imagination is not a skill reserved for artists or dreamers, it is a tool available to everyone. It is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. When you harness your imagination, you tap into an infinite source of inspiration and creativity. You stop seeing the world as it is and start seeing it as it could be. This shift is where transformation begins. Even in moments of uncertainty or doubt, imagination can be your guide. Instead of focusing on what's going wrong, use your imagination to picture what could go right. See yourself overcoming challenges, building resilience, and stepping into your power. The simple act of imagining success plants a seed of possibility that grows stronger with each passing day. Imagination is also deeply personal. No one else can see what you see in your mind. This is your unique gift, a reflection of your inner world. Your imagination holds the essence of your desires, your passions, and your vision for your life. It is a compass that points you toward what truly matters to you. By following it, you honor your authentic self and move closer to the life you are meant to live. And yet, imagination requires courage. It asks you to dream big, to step outside of what feels comfortable or safe. It challenges you to believe in a reality that doesn't yet exist. But it is this very act of daring to imagine that sets creation in motion. Your mind is the fertile ground where your dreams take root, and your imagination is the water that nourishes them. When you fully embrace the power of your imagination, you unlock the first step toward creating a life of limitless potential. Emotion is the invisible force that shapes your reality, the powerful energy that draws experiences, people, and opportunities into your life. It is the heart of creation, the magnet that amplifies your thoughts and turns them into tangible outcomes. Without emotion, even the most vivid imagination lacks the power to manifest. Emotion is what breathes life into your visions and transforms them from mere ideas into lived experiences. I think of your emotions as the signal you send out into the world. When you feel deeply and passionately about something, that energy radiates beyond you. It has the power to influence not only your actions, but also the actions of others and the circumstances around you. This is why successful people don't just think positively, they feel positively. Their emotions align with their desires, creating a magnetic pole that brings their dreams closer to reality. Emotion is what gives meaning to your intentions. You can set goals and make plans, but without the emotional connection to those goals, your efforts will lack momentum. The key is to feel as though you've already achieved what you desire. When you imagine your goals, don't just see them, feel them. Feel the excitement of success, the pride of accomplishment, the joy of fulfillment. These emotions are the magnet that accelerates the manifestation of your desires. The power of emotion lies in its ability to override doubt and fear. When you are deeply connected to a positive emotion, it becomes easier to silence the negative voices in your mind. Think about a time when you were so excited about something that nothing could dampen your enthusiasm. That is the power of emotion in action. It elevates you above challenges and keeps you focused on your vision. Emotion also drives persistence. When you are emotionally invested in a goal, you are less likely to give up when faced with obstacles. The stronger your emotional connection, the more resilient you become. Even when the journey gets tough, your emotions keep you anchored to your why. They remind you of the joy, freedom, or purpose that achieving your goal will bring, reigniting your passion and determination to keep moving forward. But emotion isn't just about high energy excitement, it's also about alignment. When your emotions are in harmony with your desires, you enter a state of flow. This is where the magic happens, where opportunities seem to appear effortlessly, and everything aligns in your favor. This state isn't random, it's the result of your emotions vibrating at the same frequency as your intentions. Negative emotions, on the other hand, can act as a repellent. Fear, doubt, and resentment create resistance, pushing away the very things you want to attract. This is why it's so important to be mindful of your emotional state. You don't have to ignore or suppress negative feelings. They are a natural part of being human. But you do have the power to shift your focus and reframe your perspective. We start by cultivating gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions because it shifts your focus from lack to abundance. When you feel grateful for what you already have, you attract more to be grateful for. Gratitude is a magnet for blessings, a force that amplifies the positive and diminishes the negative. Another way to harness the magnetic power of emotion is through visualization. Close your eyes and picture your desired outcome in vivid detail. Now bring in the emotions you would feel if that vision were already a reality. The more vividly you can feel those emotions, the stronger your magnetic pull becomes. This practice doesn't just change your internal state, it influences the external world, aligning it with your vision. Your emotions also affect the way others perceive and respond to you. Have you ever noticed how someone's enthusiasm can light up a room? Or how someone's negativity can bring the energy down? Your emotions are contagious, influencing the people and situations around you. When you radiate positivity, confidence, and love, you naturally attract people and opportunities that reflect those same emotions. Emotion is the language of the subconscious mind. It is what bridges the gap between thought and action, intention and manifestation. By aligning your emotions with your desires, you activate the magnetic force within you, creating a life that resonates with your highest aspirations. To dwell in the state of being wanted is to embody a profound sense of worthiness, acceptance, and belonging. It is a mindset where you no longer seek validation from the outside world, but instead embrace the truth that you are already desired, cherished, and valued. This state is not about arrogance or ego. It is about alignment with the energy of self-assurance and inner fulfillment. When you dwell in this state, the world begins to mirror it back to you in remarkable ways. Being wanted starts with how you perceive yourself. If you view yourself as someone who is worthy of love, respect, and attention, that energy becomes magnetic. It shifts how you carry yourself, how you speak, and how you interact with others. Confidence rooted in self-worth radiates an undeniable presence that draws people toward you. It's not about trying to prove your value, but knowing it so deeply that others can't help but see it too. This state of being wanted is a choice of deliberate mental and emotional practice. It requires shifting your focus from seeking external validation to cultivating inner fulfillment. Many people fall into the trap of chasing approval from others, hoping that being wanted will fill the void within them. But true magnetism doesn't come from external sources, it comes from within. It starts with recognizing your inherent value and affirming it daily. Visualization is a powerful tool to step into this state. Close your eyes and imagine yourself as the person others cannot stop thinking about. Picture the specific people, situations, or opportunities you desire, and see them gravitating toward you effortlessly. You feel the emotions of being deeply appreciated, admired, and loved. This isn't about controlling others, it's about aligning yourself with the energy of being wanted, so that it naturally flows into your life. Emotion plays a crucial role in dwelling in this state. It's not enough to think about being wanted, you must feel it. Imagine what it feels like to be the first thought on someone's mind when they wake up, and the last thought before they sleep. You feel the warmth, joy, and excitement of being valued so deeply. When you hold on to these emotions, you broadcast a signal that draws similar experiences to you. Being wanted also requires releasing any feelings of lack or desperation. When you chase after something or someone with a sense of neediness, you create resistance. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you grip, the more it slips away. Instead, embody a sense of calm confidence, knowing that what you desire is already on its way to you. Trust the process and allow things to unfold naturally. Living in this state transforms your relationships. When you dwell in the energy of being wanted, you no longer settle for less than you deserve. You attract people who value you, respect you, and see your worth because that's the energy you emit. This shift isn't just about romantic relationships, it applies to friendships, family dynamics, and professional connections as well. This mindset also enhances your self-care and personal growth. When you believe you are wanted, you naturally prioritize your well-being. You invest time and energy in becoming the best version of yourself, not to gain approval, but because you know you are worth it. This self-care further amplifies your magnetism, creating a positive cycle of attraction and fulfillment. Obstacles may arise as you practice dwelling in this state, especially if you've spent years doubting your worth. Old patterns of self-doubt or fear of rejection may try to resurface. When this happens, remind yourself that you are the creator of your reality. You have the power to choose new thoughts, cultivate new emotions, and align with the energy of being wanted. This state is not about arrogance, but about self-empowerment. It's about recognizing that you are enough just as you are, and that your presence is a gift to those around you. When you dwell in the state of being wanted, you shift from seeking to receiving, from longing to attracting. You align with the truth that you are already worthy, already loved, and already enough. Trusting the unseen process is an act of faith and surrender, a profound belief that even when the path ahead is unclear, everything is working together for your highest good. It is the understanding that life often operates behind the scenes, orchestrating events, people, and circumstances in ways you cannot yet comprehend. This trust is not passive, it is an active choice to believe in the power of unseen forces guiding you toward your dreams. The unseen process is at work all around you, whether or not you realize it. Think of the wind, though invisible, it moves trees, stirs oceans, and shapes landscapes. Much like the wind, the forces shaping your life may not be visible, but their impact is undeniable. When you trust the unseen process, you allow these forces to work for you, instead of resisting them out of fear or doubt. Doubt is often the biggest obstacle to trusting the process. It whispers questions like, what if it doesn't work out, or what if I fail? These doubts can paralyze you, keeping you stuck in inaction or fear. But trusting the unseen process requires you to rise above these doubts. It asks you to hold on to your vision, even when you can't see immediate results. Trusting doesn't mean you sit idly and wait for life to happen. It means you take inspired action while believing that the steps you're taking are leading you toward your goals. Every small effort you make sends out a signal to the universe, showing your commitment and faith. This combination of belief and action creates momentum, pulling opportunities and solutions into your life in ways you never expected. Imagine planting a seed in the ground. You don't see the roots forming beneath the soil, but you trust that with time, water, and sunlight, the seed will grow into a thriving plant. The same principle applies to your life. The dreams you nurture and the efforts you make may not yield visible results immediately, but beneath the surface, progress is being made. Trusting the process means having patience and knowing that the growth is happening, even if you can't yet see it. The unseen process often brings opportunities and connections in ways you couldn't have planned. Sometimes what looks like a setback is actually a redirection, guiding you toward something better. Trusting the process means releasing the need to control every detail and instead remaining open to possibilities beyond your imagination. What feels like a delay or a disappointment may be the very thing that sets you up for success. This trust also requires surrendering the how many people become fixated on figuring out every step of the journey, trying to control exactly how their goals will be achieved. But the how is often beyond your understanding, unfolding in ways that align perfectly with the bigger picture. Your job is not to micromanage the process, but to stay focused on your vision, take inspired action, and trust that the details will fall into place. Trusting the unseen process builds resilience. It allows you to face challenges with a sense of calm and confidence, knowing that even difficulties are part of the journey. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to strengthen your faith in the process. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, you begin to see them as stepping stones. Cultivating trust in the unseen process is a daily practice. It begins with gratitude for where you are now, even if it's not where you ultimately want to be. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's working, creating a positive energy that attracts more to be thankful for. Visualization can also help strengthen your trust. Picture your desired outcome as if it has already happened. Feel the emotions of joy, fulfillment, and gratitude. This practice trains your mind to focus on the end result rather than the uncertainties of the journey, reinforcing your faith in the process. Life is full of moments when the path ahead is unclear, when progress feels slow, and when doubt threatens to creep in. These are the moments when trusting the unseen process becomes most powerful. It is in these moments that you choose to believe in the unseen forces working tirelessly on your behalf. This trust doesn't just change your perspective, it transforms your entire reality. Mastering yourself, not others, is the key to unlocking true power and freedom. It is the understanding that the only person you truly have control over is yourself, your thoughts, emotions, actions, and reactions. While it's tempting to try to change or control external circumstances and people, real transformation begins within. When you master yourself, you naturally influence the world around you in profound ways. The desire to control others often stems from a sense of insecurity or fear. We think if only they would act differently, my life would be better, or if only circumstances were perfect, I could thrive. But this mindset places your happiness and success in the hands of external factors, leaving you powerless. Mastering yourself means taking full responsibility for your life and realizing that your inner state is what shapes your outer reality. Self-mastery begins with self-awareness. To master yourself, you must first understand yourself, your thoughts, habits, triggers, and patterns. Take time to reflect on your reactions to situations and ask yourself why you respond the way you do. Are your actions driven by fear or love? By anger or understanding? When you become aware of these patterns, you gain the power to change them. One of the greatest challenges in mastering yourself is controlling your emotions. Our emotions are powerful and can often feel overwhelming, but they are not meant to control you. Instead, they are signals guiding you toward what needs attention. Mastery comes when you learn to observe your emotions without being consumed by them. When you pause before reacting, you reclaim your power and respond with intention rather than impulse. Mastering yourself also requires discipline. This doesn't mean rigidly controlling every aspect of your life, but rather cultivating habits and routines that align with your goals and values. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the practice of showing up for yourself every day, even when it's hard, because you know the reward is worth the effort. A crucial aspect of self-mastery is letting go of the need for external validation. When you rely on others' opinions to define your worth, you give away your power. True mastery comes from knowing your value, regardless of what others think or say. It's about setting your own standards and living in alignment with them, not seeking approval from others. Another component of self-mastery is the ability to focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. Life is full of uncertainties, and people will not always act the way you expect or want them to. When you master yourself, you learn to navigate these uncertainties with grace. Instead of trying to change others, you change your perspective. You focus on your growth, your actions, and your attitude. Self-mastery is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's recognizing that you are a work in progress and being kind to yourself as you grow. It's about celebrating your small wins and learning from your setbacks without judgment. Mastery is a journey, not a destination. As you master yourself, you begin to notice a shift in your relationships and environment. When you approach situations with clarity, patience, and understanding, you inspire others to do the same. Your energy becomes a source of calm and strength, creating a ripple effect that influences those around you. This influence is far more powerful than any attempt to control others directly. Mastering yourself is also the path to freedom. When you are no longer enslaved by your emotions, habits, or the opinions of others, you are free to live authentically. You make decisions based on what truly matters to you, not out of fear or obligation. This freedom allows you to step into your power and live a life of purpose and fulfillment. This journey of self-mastery requires patience and persistence. It asks you to face your fears, confront your limitations, and take responsibility for your actions. But with every step you take toward mastering yourself, you gain strength, clarity, and confidence. You realize that the greatest battle is not with the world around you, but with the limitations you place on yourself. Mastering yourself is the ultimate act of self-empowerment. Living as the person they can't stop thinking about starts with embodying a magnetic and unforgettable presence. It's not about changing yourself for others or seeking external validation. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, someone who radiates confidence, authenticity, and purpose. When you focus on developing your inner world and aligning with your highest self, you'll naturally become someone who leaves a lasting impression. The foundation of this way of living is self-belief. To be someone they can't stop thinking about, you must first believe in your own worth. Confidence is irresistible, and it begins with knowing that you are enough just as you are. This belief shapes how you carry yourself, how you speak, and how you engage with others. People are drawn to those who know their value and don't seek approval from the outside world. Authenticity is another key to becoming unforgettable. Pretending to be someone you're not will only create a shallow connection. True magnetism comes from being unapologetically yourself. Embrace your quirks, your passions, and your unique perspective on life. When you live authentically, you give others permission to do the same, creating a bond that lingers in their minds long after the interaction ends. Living as the person they can't stop thinking about also means mastering the art of presence. Be fully engaged in the moment when you're with others. Listen deeply, show genuine interest, and give them your undivided attention. In a world full of distractions, your ability to be fully present will set you apart. People remember how you make them feel, and your presence can leave a lasting impact that keeps you on their mind. Purpose is another defining quality of someone unforgettable. When you live with intention and clarity about your goals and values, you exude a sense of direction and passion that captivates others. People are naturally inspired by those who are chasing their dreams and living with purpose. Your dedication to your journey becomes a beacon, drawing others toward you and inspiring them to reflect on their own lives. To live as the person they can't stop thinking about, cultivate emotional intelligence. Understand your emotions and learn how to navigate them effectively. This self-awareness allows you to connect with others on a deeper level, as you're able to empathize and respond thoughtfully. Emotional intelligence creates a sense of safety and trust, making people feel seen and understood in your presence. Another powerful aspect of this way of living is consistency. People remember those who are reliable, dependable, and true to their word. Consistency builds trust and reinforces your authenticity. When your actions align with your words, you become someone others admire and respect. This trust and reliability leave a lasting impression that keeps you in their thoughts. Personal growth and self-improvement are also essential. Commit to becoming better every day, not for others but for yourself. Develop your skills, pursue your passions, and challenge yourself to step outside your comfort zone. Your dedication to growth creates a dynamic energy that is both inspiring and magnetic. People are drawn to those who are constantly evolving and striving to reach their full potential. Gratitude and kindness are often underestimated but incredibly powerful. When you approach life with gratitude and treat others with genuine kindness, you create a positive energy that lingers. People remember how you make them feel, and your kindness leaves an indelible mark on their hearts. It's not about grand gestures, but the small, consistent acts of care and consideration that make you unforgettable. Resilience is another trait of someone they can't stop thinking about. Life is full of challenges, but how you handle them speaks volumes about your character. When you face difficulties with grace, determination, and optimism, you inspire others. Your resilience shows that you're strong, capable, and grounded, a combination that makes you stand out in their minds. Lastly, embrace joy and passion in everything you do. People are drawn to those who love life and find beauty in the everyday. When you live with enthusiasm and a sense of wonder, you create a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. Your joy becomes contagious, making you someone they can't help but think about long after you're gone. By focusing on these qualities, you don't just become memorable, you become someone who inspires, uplifts, and leaves a legacy of positivity and connection. You live as the person they can't stop thinking about by embodying the qualities that make life meaningful and relationships profound. In closing, remember that the power to transform your life and leave an unforgettable impact lies within you. By mastering yourself, living authentically, and aligning with your highest self, you'll naturally radiate the qualities that make you truly remarkable. When you choose to believe in your worth, embrace your purpose, and cultivate emotional intelligence, you not only inspire others, but also create a life filled with fulfillment, connection, and joy. Living as the person they can't stop thinking about isn't about seeking approval or validation. It's about embodying the confidence, kindness, and passion that make you a force to be reckoned with. Trust in the unseen process, nurture your imagination, and harness the magnetism of emotion to create the life and relationships you desire. The journey begins within you, and the possibilities are endless when you dare to fully embrace your unique power. Thank you all for sharing your time and energy with me today. It has been an honor to connect with such an inspiring audience. I hope these words have sparked something within you, whether it's a new perspective, renewed motivation, or the courage to take the next step in your journey. Remember, you have everything you need to create the life you envisioned. Trust in yourself, believe in your dreams, and never underestimate the power of the incredible person you are. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your growth, and I look forward to seeing the amazing impact you'll create in the world. Imagine waking up 1 week from now to a life that feels remarkably different, brighter, lighter, and full of possibility. Your circumstances may seem the same outwardly, but something profound has shifted within you. This shift is not the result of some random chance, but the deliberate consequence of a conscious choice to embody habits that resonate with the future you desire. The truth is, your external world reflects your inner world. Every habit you cultivate is a seed planted in the fertile soil of your imagination. When nurtured with focus and faith, these seeds sprout into the tangible reality you see, touch, and experience. You hold the power to change your life, not in years or even months, but in mere days. Many believe that transformation must be hard, grueling, and slow, but this is an illusion born of doubt and fear. The habits we'll discuss today are not about effort but alignment. They align you with your ideal self so quickly that life begins to respond almost immediately. It isn't magic, it's a law as natural as gravity. What would you dare to change if you knew it could happen in just 1 week? Let us explore the 5 transformative habits that can elevate your life beyond recognition when practiced with conviction and joy. Your morning is the foundation of your entire day, and how you begin it sets the tone for everything that follows. Visualization is not merely a tool, but a profound act of creation. Each morning, before the rush of external demands begins to pull at your attention, there exists a sacred window of time when your mind is most receptive. It is here, in the quiet stillness of dawn, that you can consciously shape the reality you wish to experience. The process begins the moment you wake. Before you reach for your phone or get caught up in the routines of the day, take a moment to close your eyes and say to yourself, sit or lie in a comfortable position where you can relax without distraction. Now, let your imagination take over. Imagine the life you desire with as much clarity as possible. Envision the details, what you see, hear, smell, and feel in this ideal world. The key is not just to picture the scene, but to immerse yourself in the emotions it evokes. For instance, if you're visualizing success in your career, imagine walking into your dream office, receiving accolades for your work, or seeing your bank account reflecting the abundance you've earned. Feel the pride, joy, and gratitude as though it's happening right now. If love and connection are your desires, imagine holding hands with your partner, sharing laughter, or experiencing the warmth of their presence. Let these feelings wash over you, making the imagined reality feel as vivid and real as the world around you. Why is this process so powerful? Because your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you visualize consistently, you impress this desired reality upon your subconscious, which then works tirelessly to align your external circumstances with this internal image. Opportunities, ideas, and actions will flow effortlessly from this alignment, and you will find yourself naturally moving toward the life you have envisioned. The effectiveness of morning visualization lies in the heightened suggestibility of your mind during this time. Upon waking, your brain operates in alpha and theta states, which are optimal for reprogramming the subconscious. This is why the images and emotions you hold during these moments carry immense creative power. Use this to your advantage. To deepen the practice, incorporate sensory detail. If you're visualizing a dream home, imagine the texture of the walls, the light streaming through the windows, or the scent of fresh flowers in a vase on your kitchen counter. Engage every sense until the scene feels undeniable. The more real it seems to you, the more magnetic your energy becomes toward manifesting it. Another critical aspect is repetition. Just as you would train your body through consistent exercise, you must train your mind through consistent visualization. Each morning, revisit the same scenes of your desired life. Over time, this repetition imprints the belief that this life is not just possible but inevitable. Some people resist visualization, thinking it is mere daydreaming or escapism. But understand this: when you visualize, you are not escaping reality, you are creating it. Every invention, achievement, or breakthrough in human history began as an image in someone's mind. By practicing visualization, you are participating in the same creative process that shakes the world. To enhance your practice, consider keeping a visualization journal. After your morning session, jot down the images and feelings you experienced. This reinforces the connection between your conscious and subconscious mind. As you document your journey, you will begin to notice synchronicities and signs that your imagined reality is taking shape in the physical world. If your mind wanders during visualization, a common occurrence, gently bring it back. The power of this habit is in persistence, not perfection. Even if you feel disconnected at first, trust that the act itself is planting seeds. The more you practice, the more natural and effective it will become. Visualization also serves as an anchor for your emotions throughout the day. When challenges arise, return to the feeling you cultivated in the morning. Remind yourself of the reality you are creating, and let this reassurance guide your actions. Finally, remember that visualization is not about creating from lack but from abundance. Do not approach it with desperation or neediness, for this carries an energy that repels what you desire. Instead, visualize with the joyful knowing that your dreams are already on their way to you. The act of seeing them clearly is simply part of the unfolding process. By dedicating just a few minutes each morning to visualization, you harness one of the most powerful tools for transformation. This habit reorients your entire day, aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your highest aspirations. It is a simple yet profound practice that has the power to change your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. The words you speak hold the power to shape your reality. They are not mere sounds, they are carriers of intention, energy, and belief. When you affirm your worth with deliberate and purposeful language, you are reprogramming your mind and aligning your life with the truth of your infinite potential. Each word becomes a brushstroke in the masterpiece of your existence. Affirmations are not about convincing yourself of something false, they are about awakening the truth that already resides within you. The act of affirming is an act of remembrance. It is a declaration to your subconscious mind, reminding it of the limitless nature of your being. When you affirm your worth, you are telling your mind and the universe, "This is who I am, and this is what I choose to embody." To begin this practice, choose affirmations that resonate deeply with the person you desire to become. These statements should be in the present tense, as though the reality you are affirming is already true. For example, say, "I am confident, I am successful," or "I am deserving of love and abundance." Avoid phrases like "I will be," or "I want to be," as they place your desires in the future, keeping them perpetually out of reach. Consistency is key. Make affirmations a part of your daily routine. Speak them aloud in the morning, throughout the day, and before you sleep at night. Repetition is the tool that impresses these truths upon your subconscious mind. Over time, the more you hear these words, the more you believe them, and belief is the foundation of transformation. To amplify the power of your affirmations, pair them with emotion. Words spoken without feeling are like seeds planted in dry soil. They lack the nourishment needed to grow. When you affirm your worth, feel the truth of the words as if they are already manifest. Let the emotions of joy, pride, and gratitude flood your being. For instance, as you say, "I am abundant," feel the excitement and satisfaction of abundance flowing effortlessly into your life. You may encounter resistance when you first begin this practice. Doubts and old patterns of thinking may arise, whispering that these affirmations are not true. This is normal. It is the echo of past conditioning, not an indication of your current reality. When these doubts surface, do not fight them. Acknowledge them and gently return to your affirmations. With persistence, the voice of doubt will grow quieter, and the voice of truth will grow louder. Incorporate affirmations into your daily interactions. Speak kindly to yourself, even in your inner dialogue. When faced with challenges, replace self-criticism with empowering statements. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," affirm, "I have the strength and wisdom to overcome any obstacle." This shift in language reshapes your perception and helps you approach life with confidence and resilience. Writing your affirmations can also deepen their impact. Take a journal and write your affirmations repeatedly, allowing the act of writing to reinforce them in your subconscious. You might also place affirmations where you can see them on your mirror, desk, or phone screen, serving as constant reminders of the truth you are embodying. Affirmations are also a powerful tool for healing. If you carry beliefs of unworthiness, inadequacy, or fear, use affirmations to replace them with thoughts of love and acceptance. For instance, if you struggled with self-doubt, affirm, "I am enough just as I am." If you faced fear, affirm, "I am fearless and courageous over time." These words will dissolve the old patterns and create space for new, empowering beliefs. Remember that affirming your worth is not selfish, it is essential. When you speak words of self-love and self-worth, you raise your vibration and become a magnet for positivity. This not only transforms your own life, but also impacts those around you. Your belief in your worth inspires others to recognize their own, creating a ripple effect of empowerment and growth. This practice is not about perfection, but persistence. Even if you don't fully believe your affirmations at first, trust the process. Each word spoken with intention is a seed planted in the fertile soil of your mind. With time, care, and repetition, these seeds will grow into the reality you desire. Gratitude is a transformative force that can realign your perspective, elevate your emotions, and reshape your reality. It is not merely a polite expression of thanks, but a profound act of acknowledgement. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from what is missing to what is present, and from fear to love. By practicing gratitude intentionally, you can rewire your mind to notice the beauty, opportunities, and blessings that already surround you. The act of focusing on gratitude begins with a conscious choice. Life, in its complexity, often presents challenges, and it is easy to become consumed by problems, frustrations, and unmet desires. Yet, no matter how difficult your circumstances may appear, there is always something to be thankful for. The air you breathe, the warmth of sunlight, the smile of a loved one, these simple yet profound gifts are reminders of the abundance that already exists in your life. Start your practice of gratitude each day by identifying 3 things you are thankful for. It could be as significant as a promotion at work, or as simple as the comfort of your bed. Write these down or say them aloud, and as you do, immerse yourself in the feeling of gratitude. Let it flow through you, filling your heart and uplifting your spirit. This small, consistent act begins to train your mind to look for the positive in every situation. Gratitude is not about ignoring challenges or denying difficulties. Instead, it is about finding the silver lining in every cloud. When faced with a setback, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How has this experience helped me grow? By reframing difficulties as opportunities for growth, you shift your focus from despair to empowerment. For example, losing a job may initially feel devastating, but it could open the door to pursuing a passion or exploring a new career path. Gratitude allows you to see these possibilities even in the midst of hardship. Incorporating gratitude into your relationships can also create profound shifts. Often, we take the people in our lives for granted, focusing on their flaws or the ways they fall short of our expectations. By consciously appreciating their presence, qualities, and actions, you not only deepen your connection with them, but also create an atmosphere of love and understanding. A simple thank you for a kind gesture or an expression of admiration can strengthen bonds and foster mutual respect. Gratitude also has a remarkable impact on your physical and emotional well-being. Studies have shown that practicing gratitude regularly can reduce stress, improve sleep, and boost overall happiness. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, your body responds by releasing feel-good chemicals like serotonin and dopamine. This not only enhances your mood, but also creates a positive feedback loop that attracts more reasons to feel grateful. To deepen your gratitude practice, consider keeping a journal where you document your blessings daily. This allows you to reflect on the good in your life, even during tough times. Over time, this record becomes a powerful reminder of the abundance you've experienced, reinforcing your belief in a benevolent and supportive universe. Another effective practice is to express gratitude in advance. Instead of waiting for your desires to materialize, thank the universe for them as though they are already yours. For instance, if you are manifesting a new job, say, "Thank you for the fulfilling and abundant career I now enjoy." This shifts your focus to the reality you are creating and strengthens your faith in its inevitability. Even moments of stillness can be opportunities for gratitude. During meditation or quiet reflection, bring to mind the things you are grateful for and hold them in your heart. Let the feeling of thankfulness expand within you, radiating outward and touching every aspect of your life. Gratitude is also a powerful antidote to fear and negativity. When you focus on what you appreciate, there is little room for worry or doubt. Gratitude reminds you that no matter what happens, you are supported and provided for. It reaffirms your connection to a larger force that is always working in your favor. By shifting your focus to gratitude, you reclaim your power to choose how you perceive your life. Challenges become stepping stones, and ordinary moments become extraordinary blessings. Gratitude is not just a feeling, but a way of being, a perspective that aligns you with abundance and opens the door to infinite possibilities. The cornerstone of transformation lies in your ability to embody the feeling of your desired state. Feelings are the language of the subconscious mind, the seed of all creation. By immersing yourself in the emotions of already having what you seek, you align your inner world with the reality you want to manifest. This alignment is what bridges the gap between imagination and physical reality, turning dreams into tangible experiences. To embody the feeling of your desired state, you must first have clarity about what you truly want. Vagueness breeds hesitation, while clarity fosters conviction. Visualize your desired outcome in vivid detail. Picture yourself living in that state, engaging with it fully, and experiencing it as real. For instance, if you desire financial abundance, imagine yourself confidently checking your bank account, seeing the wealth you've cultivated. Feel the security, freedom, and excitement it brings. These feelings are the blueprint for your subconscious to follow. The key to this practice is immersing yourself in the feeling as though your desire is already fulfilled. The subconscious does not differentiate between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you embody the emotion of your wish fulfilled, your mind accepts it as fact, and the external world begins to shift to match this inner truth. This is why merely thinking about your desires is not enough. You must feel them with intensity and conviction. Practice this embodiment during moments of stillness, such as meditation or just before falling asleep. The state akin to sleep, where your mind is calm and receptive, is particularly potent for impressing your subconscious. As you relax, focus on the feeling of your desire already achieved. Allow this emotion to saturate your entire being, letting it resonate in every cell of your body. The more vividly you feel it, the stronger the impression you leave on your subconscious mind. Throughout your day, act as if you are already living in your desired reality. This doesn't mean pretending or putting on a facade, but rather carrying yourself with the energy of the person you aim to become. If you desire to be more confident, embody that confidence now. Stand tall, speak with assurance, and approach challenges with a sense of ease and competence. This consistent embodiment not only conditions your mind but also influences how others perceive and respond to you, further reinforcing your desired state. Pay attention to your inner dialogue. Words are expressions of your state of being, and they have the power to strengthen or weaken the feelings you wish to embody. Replace thoughts of doubt and lack with affirmations that align with your desired state. Instead of saying, "I hope to be successful," declare, "I am successful." The certainty in your language should mirror the certainty in your feelings. It's essential to maintain this emotional state even when your external circumstances don't yet reflect your desires. The physical world operates on a delay. It takes time for the seeds you plant within to bloom outwardly. If you allow frustration or impatience to creep in, you disrupt the process. Trust that your consistent embodiment of the desired state is enough to draw it into your reality. Faith and persistence are the foundations of this practice. Another way to deepen this embodiment is by aligning your surroundings with your vision. Create an environment that supports the feeling of your desired state. If you're manifesting a life of luxury, surround yourself with elements that evoke that feeling, even in small ways. A beautifully set table, a well-organized space, or the scents and textures that bring you joy can anchor the feeling of abundance. Interacting with people and experiences from this new state is also crucial. When you embody your desired state, you attract circumstances and relationships that resonate with that energy. For example, if you feel the joy of love and connection, you will naturally draw people who mirror that emotion. The outer world always reflects the inner. Remember that embodying the feeling of your desired state is not a one-time effort, but a continuous practice. The more you saturate your consciousness with this state, the more natural it becomes. Over time, this new way of being becomes your default mode, and your reality shifts effortlessly to match it. Feelings are the catalyst for manifestation. They energize your intentions, giving them life and momentum. By choosing to embody the feeling of your desired state daily, you transform your mind, align with your goals, and open yourself to the endless possibilities that await. Your old stories are the mental scripts and beliefs you carry about yourself and your life. They often stem from past experiences, societal conditioning, or fears, and they can limit your ability to move forward. Letting go of these stories is a profound act of self-liberation. It allows you to release the chains of the past and step into the limitless possibilities of your present future. To create a new reality, you must first free yourself from the grip of outdated narratives that no longer serve you. These old stories may manifest as recurring thoughts or beliefs such as, "I'm not good enough, I always fail," or "things never work out for me." They might feel true because they've been repeated in your mind for so long, but they are not your reality. They are constructs of your imagination. Recognize that these narratives are not fixed truths, but habits of thought that can be reprogrammed. The first step to letting go is awareness. Observe the stories you tell yourself and notice how they shape your emotions, actions, and experiences. Once you've identified your old stories, challenge them. Ask yourself, is this belief serving me? Is it helping me grow? Or is it holding me back? Often you'll find that these narratives are rooted in fear or a lack of self-worth. Acknowledge their origin, but refuse to let them define you. For instance, if you've always believed, "I'm not creative," reflect on moments in your life where you've displayed creativity, no matter how small. These glimpses of truth can dismantle the illusion of your old story. Replacing old stories with empowering ones is a critical part of this process. Instead of focusing on limitations, choose beliefs that align with your desired state. If your old story is, "I'm unlucky in love," replace it with, "I am deserving of love and open to meaningful connections." Write down these new beliefs and affirm them daily. The more you repeat and embody them, the more they become a natural part of your inner dialogue. Visualization can also help you let go of old stories. Imagine holding these narratives as objects in your hand, heavy, burdensome, and outdated. See yourself releasing them, allowing them to dissolve into nothingness. Then visualize yourself stepping into a new chapter, free from the weight of those beliefs. This symbolic act reinforces your intention to break free and rewrite your reality. Letting go of old stories often requires forgiveness, both of yourself and others. You may be holding on to a narrative because of past hurt or regret. Forgiveness is not about condoning what happened, but about releasing the emotional charge tied to it. When you forgive, you reclaim your power and free yourself from being tethered to the past. Say to yourself, "I release this story and all its pain. I choose peace and freedom." Another powerful tool for releasing old stories is mindfulness. Practice staying present in the moment. Your old narratives thrive in a loop of regret about the past or anxiety about the future. By grounding yourself in the present, you interrupt this cycle. Focus on your breath, your surroundings, or the sensations in your body. This simple act reminds you that the past has no power over you unless you give it permission. Surrounding yourself with uplifting influences can also aid in letting go. Seek out books, conversations, and environments that align with the life you want to create. These influences will reinforce your new beliefs and help you stay committed to your transformation. Avoid people or situations that feed into your old stories. Their energy can pull you back into patterns you are striving to release. Understand that letting go is a process, not an overnight event. You may find old stories resurfacing at times, especially when faced with challenges. When this happens, be compassionate with yourself. Acknowledge the story, remind yourself of your progress, and reaffirm your commitment to your new path. Growth is a journey, and each step forward is a victory. By releasing old stories, you clear the mental clutter that prevents you from seeing your true potential. You step into a space of openness where new opportunities and possibilities can flow into your life. The act of letting go is not about forgetting, but about choosing to no longer be defined by what was. It's a declaration that your future is not bound by your past, and that you are free to write a new story, one filled with empowerment, joy, and fulfillment. Manifestation is not solely about thinking, feeling, or imagining. It requires movement, action, and participation in the physical world. Taking inspired action daily is the bridge between the invisible and the tangible, the imagined and the real. Inspired action is not forced effort or random activity. It is purposeful, aligned, and deeply intuitive. It emerges naturally when your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are in harmony with your desires, propelling you toward your goals with clarity and confidence. Inspired action begins with listening to the subtle nudges of your intuition. These are the quiet whispers of guidance that urge you to move in a specific direction, try something new, or explore an opportunity. Often they may seem small or unrelated to your ultimate desire, but trust that these impulses are leading you closer to your goal. For instance, if you desire a career change, an inspired action might be reaching out to someone in a field that interests you or signing up for a course that piques your curiosity. The key is to act on these nudges without overthinking or doubting their significance. Unlike forced action, which feels draining and driven by fear or obligation, inspired action is energizing. It comes from a place of alignment with your higher self and feels effortless, even when it challenges you to step out of your comfort zone. To distinguish between the two, ask yourself, does this action feel exciting? Does it resonate with my vision? If the answer is yes, you are likely acting from inspiration rather than compulsion. Consistency is crucial when taking inspired action. Small, intentional steps taken daily build momentum, signaling to the universe that you are committed to your vision. This commitment strengthens your belief in your ability to achieve your desires, reinforcing the cycle of manifestation. For example, if you are manifesting improved health, an inspired action might be preparing nourishing meals, exercising, or setting aside time for relaxation. These daily actions may seem minor but accumulate into significant results over time. Inspired action also requires a mindset of openness and adaptability. The path to your desires may not unfold as you expect, and opportunities may arise in unexpected ways. Be willing to pivot when necessary and embrace the unknown. For instance, if you're pursuing a specific goal, but a new, seemingly unrelated opportunity appears, take a moment to evaluate it. Often these detours hold the keys to progress and bring you closer to your aspirations in ways you couldn't have predicted. Fear and doubt can often accompany inspired action, especially when it pushes you toward uncharted territory. Instead of retreating, use these emotions as indicators of growth. The discomfort of taking a leap of faith is often a sign that you are moving closer to your desired reality. Reframe fear as excitement and doubt as an opportunity to reaffirm your belief in yourself. When you take action despite these feelings, you strengthen your resolve and demonstrate your trust in the process of manifestation. Another powerful aspect of inspired action is its ability to open doors and attract opportunities that align with your vision. Each action you take sends a signal to the universe, creating ripples that draw resources, connections, and circumstances to support your journey. For example, sending a single email, attending an event, or starting a project can lead to breakthroughs you never anticipated. The key is to remain alert to these opportunities and seize them when they appear. Incorporating inspired action into your daily routine can be as simple as setting intentions each morning. Ask yourself, what step can I take today that aligns with my goals and brings me closer to my vision? Listen to the answer that arises within and commit to following through. Over time, this habit trains your mind to prioritize purposeful action and strengthens your connection to your intuitive guidance. Celebrate the actions you take, no matter how small they may seem. Acknowledge your progress and the courage it takes to move toward your desires. This practice not only reinforces your motivation, but also helps you maintain a positive emotional state, which is essential for manifestation. Each step you take is a testament to your belief in your ability to create the life you desire. Taking inspired action daily transforms you into a co-creator of your reality. It empowers you to move beyond passive wishing and into active participation in the manifestation process. Through consistent, aligned effort, you bring your desires into the physical world, one intentional step at a time. The way you close your day has a profound impact on your mental and emotional state. Ending each day in faith and gratitude sets the tone for your subconscious mind to work harmoniously with your desires during the hours of rest. This practice transforms your sleep into a fertile ground for manifestation, allowing you to wake up refreshed and aligned with your goals. It is not merely a reflection of the day gone by, but an intentional act of anchoring yourself in the certainty that what you seek is already unfolding. Faith is the cornerstone of this process. As you prepare to end your day, affirm your trust in the unseen forces working on your behalf. Faith is not about ignoring challenges or denying difficulties. It is about choosing to believe in possibilities despite appearances. When you reflect on your day, look for moments that remind you of the progress you are making, no matter how small. Each interaction, insight, or opportunity is a sign that the universe is aligning events in your favor. Gratitude amplifies this faith by shifting your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in your life. As you close your eyes, think of 3 things that brought you joy, comfort, or growth during the day. These can be as simple as a kind word from a stranger, a moment of laughter, or a small step toward your goals. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a declaration that you recognize and honor the gifts already present in your life. By practicing gratitude, you tell the universe, I see and appreciate what you've given me, and I am ready to receive more. To end your day in faith and gratitude, create a ritual that anchors these emotions in your subconscious mind. This could be as simple as journaling about your blessings, meditating on your desires, or speaking affirmations of trust and appreciation. For instance, you might say, I am grateful for today's experiences, and I trust that everything is working out for my highest good. The repetition of these practices not only calms your mind, but also programs it to expect positive outcomes. Faith and gratitude work together to dissolve worry and doubt, which can often creep in during the quiet moments before sleep. If you find yourself replaying negative scenarios or worrying about the future, gently redirect your thoughts to the evidence of progress in your life. Remind yourself that every challenge is an opportunity in disguise, and that your current situation is part of a larger, unfolding plan. This shift in perspective allows you to surrender control and rest in the assurance that your desires are being fulfilled. Visualization is a powerful complement to ending your day in faith and gratitude. As you lie in bed, imagine your desires as already realized. See yourself living the life you envision, feeling the joy, peace, or fulfillment it brings. Combine this visualization with a sense of gratitude, as if you are already experiencing these blessings. For example, if you're manifesting a new job, picture yourself thriving in your ideal role and thank the universe for bringing it into your life. This practice imprints your desired reality on your subconscious, allowing it to work toward its manifestation while you sleep. Ending your day in this way also creates a buffer between your waking state and your dreams. Your subconscious mind is highly active during sleep, processing the thoughts and emotions you carry into rest. By infusing your final moments of wakefulness with faith and gratitude, you guide your subconscious toward constructive and uplifting patterns. This not only enhances your ability to manifest, but also improves the quality of your sleep, leaving you more energized and focused for the day ahead. Even on challenging days, the practice of faith and gratitude holds immense power. On such nights, it may feel difficult to find something to be thankful for, or to trust in the unseen. In these moments, focus on the simple yet profound blessings that are often taken for granted: a roof over your head, the air you breathe, or the lessons learned through difficulty. Acknowledge your resilience and the fact that, despite obstacles, you are still moving forward. Lastly, remember that faith and gratitude are habits that grow stronger with consistent practice. The more you end your day in this state, the more natural it becomes to live in alignment with your desires. Over time, this nightly ritual reshapes your mindset, making positivity, trust, and appreciation your default states of being. This transformation not only accelerates your manifestation journey, but also enhances your overall sense of peace and fulfillment. Transformation begins within. Over the past week, you've explored 5 simple yet powerful habits that have the potential to completely redefine your life in ways you might not have thought possible. By reprogramming your mornings with visualization, affirming your worth with words, shifting your focus to gratitude, embodying the feelings of your desired state, letting go of old stories, taking inspired action daily, and ending each day in faith and gratitude, you've been given the tools to rewrite your reality. These habits are not just practices, but profound shifts in how you engage with the world and with yourself. They anchor your thoughts, emotions, and actions in alignment with your deepest desires. Each step builds upon the other, creating a momentum that carries you forward into the life you envision. This journey requires trust, consistency, and an unwavering belief in the power you hold to shape your destiny. The beauty of these habits lies in their accessibility. Anyone can adopt them. They don't require extraordinary circumstances or external validation. They ask only for your commitment to grow, evolve, and believe in what's possible. When you embrace them fully, you step into a space where change becomes inevitable, where the life you've dreamed of starts to unfold naturally and effortlessly. Remember, the power to transform lies within you. By consistently practicing these habits, you are not just hoping for change, you are actively creating it. As you move forward, carry with you the knowledge that you are the architect of your reality, and every thought, feeling, and action you choose is a building block of the life you desire. Thank you for taking the time to explore these life-changing habits with me. Your presence here today is a testament to your commitment to growth and self-transformation. It's an honor to share this journey with you and to witness the incredible potential each of you carries within. As you leave here, I encourage you to apply these habits with an open heart and an unwavering belief in your ability to create a life filled with abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Remember, the smallest shifts can lead to the most profound changes. Thank you again for your energy, your trust, and your willingness to step into the best version of yourself. I believe in you, and I am excited for the incredible transformations that await you. Stay inspired, stay committed, and always remember the limitless power within you.